So I know we'll get into this in more detail, but a nice pivot right here, just for a moment. Again, we're talking about healing. I
Hmm.
point this out because we're not just loosely going over theory or like concepts. If we really believe that something gets internalized from some higher up, whatever it may be, some kind of parental figure in your life, the main point that I wanted to pull from there is this is what gets internalized and this is what becomes ossified. In other words, this is what becomes stuck. And this is where you have no space to think of alternative ways of considering, life or yourself or relationships or self-worth. So
Hmm.
then that becomes part of the healing process, is trying to pry open some space to say, I don't know how you would question the church. I guess you may have to end up leaving the church. Is
Hmm.
that, I don't know if that's eventually what happened in your case.
Well, it definitely can be the path that someone, ends up taking. I did have to leave the church of origin for me, but kind of have found my own path,
Yeah.
through all of that and through my relationship with God. And I'm very
Mm.
pleased with that.
Yes.
But it's kind of like, we tell people if they're in a relationship with a covert narcissistic person, like a marriage that's 20 years, to heal, you almost have to go completely no contact to stop the internal dialogue that's
Mm.
going on. I know we have adult children who go completely no contact with their parents sometimes, and not that I would encourage that. I
Yeah.
encourage instead ways to navigate that relationship. But sometimes no contact, at least for a while, has to be part of that healing process to stop the internal dialogue that has come because of that relationship.
Hmm.